Hokage covered their faces as orange chakra destroyed a nearby wall. The masked man remained unscathed, Naruto grabbing his own arm. "That's enough, Fox. We can't fight him right now, not with people here," the blonde's distorted voice hissed. "You heard him, didn't you? I can't let him live, not if he plans to awaken that. He also can't do anything yet, not without you and the Eight Tails. Calm down, now, before we're seen as a threat to everyone else here too." Naruto's breathing slowly calmed down, chakra receding into his body. Toby chuckled. "That's right. Shrink away, little fox. Run all you want, but I will awaken the Ten Tails. It's only a matter of how many lives have to be lost before it happens. If he speaks the truth, humanity is doomed either way," Onoki spat out. "The fox was right. This man has to die." "Don't be foolish, Tsuchikage," Tsunade interrupted, stepping beside Naruto. "This man is an Uchiha. For a time he claimed to be Madara, but that has been called in question for some time now. You're the only one alive who can verify." Onoki scowled. "He's not. Madara never had the ability to become intangible." Toby walked forward, Tsunade shielding Naruto. "My identity matters not. What does is your decision. Will you hand the tail beasts over, or shall war commence?" Naruto pushed past Tsunade, looking directly at the orange mask that was Toby. "What about the third option? You stand down and release the tailed beasts." Toby stifled a laugh. "How amusing. You think you can talk your way out of this? I promise you, the only way this can end is with bloodshed. I would prefer to avoid it as much as possible, which is why I'm giving you the chance to hand yourself over, Jinchuriki." Naruto shook his head. "Forget it. I don't need all the information to tell doing that is a bad idea. The tail beasts would rather die than let that happen." "I tend to agree." Toby shook his head. "Very well. A war you shall have. Believe me, there are no boundaries we won't cross." "We?" Tsunade thought as Toby swirled out of existence. Naruto realized the same thing as the Hokage, turning to one another. "The one with the Rinnegan. He's undoubtedly on the move. Odds are he's after the Eight Tails." "Impossible," the Raikage stated. "Only I know where B is located." "Where else would they go?" Mei asked. "They want Jinchuriki, so the only other location is here." "They want Jinchuriki, so the only other location is here. But I doubt they'd risk it against all the Kage, even with the eyes they possess," Gaara reasoned. Naruto jolted forward, Tsunade keeping him off the floor. Boy's breath became ragged, rage emanating in waves. Tsunade quickly put the pieces together, fear growing on her own face. "Don't tell me. The shadow cone you left back at the leaf." "It was destroyed," Naruto seethed. It caught a glimpse of what was happening. "The hidden leaf is being attacked by the Akatsuki." Tsunade tensed. "Genma, Raido, Iwashi, we need to get back to the village now." "Yes, Lord Hokage," the trio declared, surrounding Naruto and Tsunade, weaving hand signs. "Sorry to cut this summit short, but we can't afford to wait," said Tsunade. "I wish to accompany you," Gaara stated, Mei stepping beside him as well. Tsunade nodded reluctantly, looking to Genma, Raido, and Iwashi. "We'll need a chakra boost if we wish to bring more," Genma stated. "Take all you need," Naruto said, placing a hand on the Jonin. "Have room for a few more?" A chimed in. "Are you sure?" one of A's guards asked. "If we are to work together to stop the Akatsuki, we can't afford one of the villages to fall to them. Will you join us too, Onoki?" The Tsuchikage muttered curses, him and Kurotsuchi joining the group. Genma, Raido, and Iwashi each made a clone, forming a large circle around the group of Kage and their guards. Mifune and his samurai stepped back. I wish you all well. If you wish, I shall send word to the other villages regarding this matter. Make it so, Gara replied, a flash of light enveloping the room. Hidden Leaf Village, moments earlier. Jiraiya gazed at Tsunade's mountain of paperwork, resisting the urge to mess with them. There was nothing else for him to do, waiting in the Hokage office. He refused to sit in the Hokage chair, instead standing in front of the window. It made him uneasy being named the temporary protector of the village while Tsunade was gone. But he wasn't about to back down. Lord Jiraiya, an unknown presence has entered the village's sensory barrier, an Anbu reported. Jiraiya frowned. Just one? Yes, and they're moving fast. Anbu have already been dispatched. We should learn who it is soon. The Anbu paused, a gasp muffled by their mask. Lord Jiraiya, we lost contact. The Anbu sent are dead. Did you get a description of the enemy? They had bright orange hair and wore an Akatsuki cloak. Jiraiya paled. Send more Anbu. Stop them at all costs. Inform all Jonin to prepare for battle. Have the Chunin and Genin start moving the civilians. If the Akatsuki are attacking the Leaf directly, mass destruction is inevitable. The Anbu nodded and vanished, Jiraiya jumping through the window. He dashed across the rooftops, looking up to see something flying through the air. He couldn't make it out, but knew it was getting closer, falling towards the village. Jiraiya sensed no one close by, weaving hand signs. Fire style, Phoenix Flower Jutsu! The figure fell towards the sage, avoiding the fire with minimal effort. Jiraiya immediately jumped away as a small explosion shook the surrounding buildings. What's the situation? Jiraiya turned to see Kakashi beside him, more Jonin running towards them. Unknown Akatsuki, the sage replied. Kakashi nodded, motioning to the Jonin to fan out and stay back. Summoning Jutsu. Everyone shielded their eyes from the smoke, sensing 5 more chakra signatures appearing inside. From the smoke shot strange projectiles propelled by flames. Kakashi blocked them with a mud wall. Almighty push. The wall was blown away, Jiraiya and Kakashi unleashing bolts of fire and lightning. A pair of large hands appeared out of the smoke, the attacks landing. They had no effect, quickly being absorbed into the figure's palms. Chakra absorption? Kakashi muttered, sensing the gathering of chakra. Summoning Jutsu. What Jiraiya assumed was a dog appeared, black rods piercing its body. Its eyes were comprised of silvery purple rings. Jiraiya finally saw the group of Akatsuki as the smoke faded. All had orange hair and several black rods piercing their flesh. At the center stood one that the sage recognized. Yahiko, how are you still alive? And why do you have his eyes? Hello, Jiraiya-sensei. The one with short, spiky hair replied. I'm afraid I don't have time to answer questions. My apologies. Stand aside, and I'll consider sparing you. Jiraiya was frozen, shock and dismay overwhelming him. Kakashi jumped in front of him, readying a Chidori. Universal pull. Kakashi was yanked forward by an invisible force, unable to stop himself from flying towards the arms of the man who absorbed their chakra earlier. Ice style. Ice mirror! A sheet of reflective ice appeared between them, Haku catching the Jonin. They slipped into the ice, reappearing from another mirror a safe distance away. Kakashi saw a flash of pink. Sakura appearing in front of the chakra absorber. She threw a single punch, sending the man flying across the village. Revive him, Yahiko ordered, two of the Akatsuki dashing away. Don't let them escape, Kakashi ordered. Be careful. We don't know what each of their powers are. Several Jonin began the chase, Jiraiya slowly standing. I remember the legends about the Rinnegan, so I believe I know some of their abilities. One of them includes access to the 5 basic chakra natures. Kakashi frowned. In that case, on top of his other abilities, he poses a bigger threat than anyone else we've faced. That's why I want you to let me handle this. They looked up to Naruto's shadow clone, carrying a Rasengan. Are you sure? Haku asked as Sakura joined them. Yes. If I'm destroyed, my original will be notified and return here. Pervy Sage, you said this guy is Yahiko. The kid you trained all those years ago? Jiraiya nodded. Yahiko didn't have those eyes, however. They belonged to Nagato, a kid with red hair. I heard both them and Konan were killed years ago. Naruto grimaced, increasing the size of his Rasengan. Looks like we need some answers then. Yahiko blinked, a powerful aura emanating from his eyes. Naruto Uzumaki, I'm afraid you'll be coming with me. Universal pull. Naruto flew towards Yahiko, the giant dog moving to swallow him whole. Naruto expanded his Rasengan further, blowing away the beast. He landed a short distance from Yahiko, firing a volley of scorch-style spheres. Yahiko easily evaded, one of the remaining 2 enemies moving closer. Naruto turned to deliver a punch, but it was caught. Naruto immediately fell to his knees. Everyone watched in horror, as the blonde's eyes rolled back into his skull. The clone then burst, Yahiko frowning. I see. He really did go to the Kage summit. No matter. I simply need to give him sufficient reason to turn himself and the Nine Tails over. Haku frowned, placing her mask on. We can't stand by and do nothing. We have to attack. Agreed, Kakashi nodded. Haku, Sakura, we'll join the Jonin against the other 3. Jiraiya, can you handle Yahiko and those 2 for now? Jiraiya nodded, looking into the distance. The giant dog now had another head, implying it was growing stronger whenever it was killed. Jiraiya wasn't sure how he would win this, having little knowledge of the Rinnegan's abilities. I have to bide my time until the village is evacuated. By then Tsunade should be back. And hopefully Naruto doesn't return. If his clone was defeated that quickly, I don't know how well he'd fare. If you like what you just heard, consider hitting the subscribe button and bell icon to get notified about new videos. If there's a part you've missed, then check out the entire playlist on screen. If you like this story, please share it with your fellow anime lovers. Any support helps a lot. That's all for now. This is Ninja Kai, disappearing in a golden flash.